What up, excited friends? Many Man coming back at you from Walker's Music. Yet another word for the day, nightcap edition. Yes, friend, we had two back-to-back rehearsals this evening. Started at 5 and went to 9. Many Man's kind of burned out a little bit. His fingers are tired, Jack. And tell you, voice is everything here, but it was much needed. The kids getting ready for Palm Sunday because they're getting ready for a program. Got to get ready. And then we had the regular senior choir rehearsal as well. I want to give a shout out to the YouTube fam, Baby Justice, all the way up to Big Papa JT, as well as Mama JT. Y'all know the routine. Also to the End Time Harvest Game, Brother L.A. Kingdom Knowledge, Elder Michael McCray, Brother P.P. Drawing, Brother Hoddencliff, Elect Sister 777, Sister Kate, Linda and Leonard, Papa JT, Brother JT, and little Brother Orange Flavor. We give all y'all your honor tonight. Yeah, we just was saying, like I said, we was this here camera don't want to do right. We are trying to get ready for some things, and the kids have not had a real. We would haven't sung now a few months, you know, to alternate from Sunday to Sunday. We alternate between the senior choir and guest choirs as well as them, and so they don't get a chance to sing a whole lot. But nevertheless, we all try to work together. And today was one of those days where we just did everything in one spot, and it was pretty good, very good. Matter of fact, I must say we had a good time, and the director of the kids, her mom, helped her out today, which also is one of the secretary in the senior choir. So we try to help each other out, and I like that. Everybody can work together. Nevertheless, we came back, and also, like I said, people was doing these end time. I told you I was doing the end time series, but it was going to be different from all the rest of the stuff. All that trivia, I'm not getting into that. I just want everybody to just look at what Jesus said about it, and just take Jesus' word for it, and just throw all the rest of the stuff out the window. That's where it belongs, out the window. If Jesus didn't say it, forget it. Don't even find them arguing with nobody. Go to the word and read what Jesus said. And believe we can count on that. I believe that. Just do what Jesus said. At any rate, we wanted to just speak to everybody tonight. We know that we are living in some very, very, as the old people used to say, tedious time. Now, I'm going to let y'all figure that one out. We're living in some critical times. And everybody, you know, for whatever reason, we got some people that feel like everything is just is some sort of game. But Satan is not playing. I mean, you may think he's playing, but he's not. Satan is not playing. He's not taking any prisoners. He plays for keeps. And so he's our adversary. And we must treat him as a dangerous adversary because he is. Whether we want to believe it or not, I tell anybody, Satan is not your friend. He will as soon take you out, just like that, as well as look at you. And he hates our guts because Jesus loves us. That's one of the reasons why. But we must go on about and be about our Father's business. And I tell everyone about kingdom building. I'm never going to stop telling us that, people. I'm going to keep speaking that until it's all, till the fruition comes. I'm going to keep saying it until Jesus comes. It's about kingdom building. In other words, Many Man going to try to do his best to do what's right as what the Lord requires of me. And I'm going to pray that you do the same thing, but I can't make you do nothing. The Many Man not going to lose 1 ounce of sleep worrying about people that's hard-headed. Now, you want to go on and be, if you want to have a bad attitude and get burdened down over all these cares of the world, then you go ahead on. But just because I decide not to take part in it, don't get mad at me. Just go on about your business. I'm not going to let other people decide or dictate how I feel. No. Jesus paid for everything, and he did everything for us. Now, we want to take on all that burden on you after Jesus already took the burden. Why in the world would you want to take burden that already been settled? I never understand why, but I'm going to leave you with this. I didn't come to make a long video tonight. These old arms are kind of tired, but I just want to say, if you read where it's in the 27th Psalm, it says, the Lord is light The Lord is my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear? He is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Talk about the enemies. You don't have to worry about enemies, people. Just be right. In other words, it says, in the scripture, it says, when the ways of a man please God, he makes it even his enemy be at peace with him. All you got to do is do it right, people. Everybody's not going to understand. And just because of the fact that, you know, you try to do what's right, and then another might feel that, I don't think that's the way you should do it, or I don't think this, I don't think, well, you know what, ain't nobody pay you to think. Don't nobody pay you to think. In other words, if you don't want to do it, don't you do it. But don't hinder me. In other words, we have a song that a friend of mine used to sing and say, if you don't go, don't you hinder me. In other words, no one can make you. God gave us all free will. And if you can do whatever your heart desires. But don't try to make somebody, don't rain on somebody else's parade. Just because your day is raining, don't try to make mine wet too. Don't come around me with your wet blanket and try to make my day bad just because your day bad. That's not the way to go. But if you are having a rough time, it's okay to confide in people, and then we'll get together and see can we get a glass of Kool-Aid and sit down and have a talk and see can we make each other feel better. But don't nobody want to hear all that pity party, man. Everybody got their own problem. You got a problem, I got a problem. Many man don't want to sit around all day long hearing people problems, and I know you don't want to hear mine all the time. But as believers, we should be able to share. And if you got something on your mind and that you ain't got, don't be ignorant about it. But you know, I realize that everybody got some sort of issue. Everybody's dealing with something. You're not alone, even though a lot of times we feel that we are alone in things. But you're never alone. Everybody got something that they are dealing with. And for us to sit around and think that we are the only one that got problems, and you need to wake up. I mean, big time wake up, because everybody got something that they're dealing with. But the thing of it is, we should be able to come to each other in love and understanding. And sometimes you may not need middleman to do anything but just listen. I may not need you to do anything but just listen. Sometimes people don't want to hear a sermon. Not all the time. People would rather see a sermon than to hear one. But most of the time, you know, if you just listen. And I try to do that sometimes, and I get in trouble for it, but you know, if it's best sometimes. The Bible says sometimes it's best to keep silent. There's a time to speak and there's a time to keep silent. Because you may say the wrong thing. Sometimes, you know, especially when you're dealing with delicate situations, you don't ever know how a person may be feeling. And people say, I know how you feel. No, you don't know how I feel. You may have an idea. But I may have an idea how you feel, but I don't know how you feeling. Unless I'm going through that same thing. At that same propensity. In other words, everybody take things differently. Some of us can handle more than others. Some of us less. Nevertheless, everybody's different. God never made two people alike. Even twins are different. So with that being said, we just want to say that we hope that everybody, this is the hump day we call it, middle of the week. We hope everybody the rest of the week go well, and that your weekend as well go as great as also. And that, you know, like I said, let's just be about kingdom building, people, because we are in the last days. And I see it more and more. And like I said, Brother L.A., those videos, man, are on point. I mean, those current events. And I mean, it's world news too, Doc. And as the video about the Russian diplomat with Obama, President Obama, I know I got to agree with General Patton, man. He said it back in World War II. We were going to have to deal with Russia one day. But I know who's going to deal with Russia. I know who's going to deal with Russia. But all this is Bible prophecy being fulfilled right in front of our eyes. And we got so many people that are asleep. And like I mentioned to you in the email, man, I meant it. I mean, an earthquake will hit Georgia. An earthquake will hit Georgia. Most of these people sleep anyway. They'll wake up for a couple of days. And they'll go right back to doing the same thing 2 days after. I mean, that's just the way it is, man. I mean, that's the way I see it. But Middleman is still hopeful. That's what I say. And with that being said, whatever you get into, if God is not in it, it's best that you get out of it. Point blank. This is Middleman saying peace. Goodbye.